Welcome to another edition of Great Call with John Parker Wilson, former quarterback of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and this brought to you by the Paul W. Bryant Museum. And I want to take a look at this Mississippi State game. One of the first games that Alabama has really faced adversity all season long. Coming from behind, Jalen Hurts hits Devontae Smith, 25 seconds left on the clock to put them up 31-24. First, let's take a look at this play with the Eli Gold call.
Damian Harris, who had a nice block on that last play, is watching now as the throw is caught. Devontae Smith across the middle. He's taking it in. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown, Alabama! 26 yards with 25 seconds remaining.
Great pass right there from Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. 26-yard touchdown for the win, scoring 31 points. Good win for Alabama, but I want to go back before that and take a look at this play on 3rd and 15 to even get us down there in the red zone. Huge play by Jalen Hurts right here to Calvin Ridley, and what happens from the Mississippi State defense is what we call a cover zero blitz. So they're blitzing 3 linebackers. It's man-to-man coverage on the outside. There's an unaccounted for defender that's blitzing Jalen, so he knows that he's got to take 2 steps, throw it quick. Calvin does a great job of running a slant route and then making a guy miss. Really kind of unusual call from Mississippi State here, giving Jalen the chance to set his feet and throw it, and giving Calvin Ridley basically 15 yards of cushion from the snap. We were able to get the ball to Calvin quick, let him make some moves, but good recognition from both Jalen to see it, but Calvin also, because Calvin breaks his route off, runs that slant route, huge pass, and ends up winning us the game.
Okay, so obviously when you look at this matchup between this, going into Starkville, we knew it was going to be a tough place to play, a hostile environment, obviously loud, rowdy, especially at nighttime. But for Jalen Hurts to really be able to keep his composure, to really face this kind of adversity for the first time all season long, we often see that Nick Saban, typically coming out of games where they have a complete blowout, he's usually fired up, not too happy about their performance, but quite the opposite when they have a come-from-behind victory. How big was it for Jalen Hurts to be able to step up and make those kind of decisions and bring his team to victory?
It's great. I mean, it's just the same Jalen we've seen since the first day he arrived on campus when he was out there during spring football 2 years ago. He's just a cool, smooth operator back there, has a sense of calmness that reflects, I think, over on the whole offense, the whole team. Was able to go win this game. He was in there last year, was able to do it against Clemson. Clemson had just enough time on the clock to come back and score, but to go down and get this 4th quarter win right at the end. I know Coach Cochran really loves it, always keeping track of the 4th quarter scores, but I think this is when you win ball games tight in November and December, is being able to handle the adversity. We missed a field goal the drive before. That's kind of tough to come back when we knew we should have won it. We should have been putting the ball on a knee at that point, but to maintain the composure, go down. Calvin running a good route, Devontae Smith running a good route, ended up with 31 points for the victory.
You say operator. I hear you're a pretty cool, smooth operator yourself. You've been in those situations before, and especially this late in the season to overcome adversity. And obviously, they've got Mercer this week, and then it's looking ahead to the Iron Bowl. How much momentum and confidence can this give a team when they can come from behind like that? Obviously, there's still a lot of things they need to clean up. The injuries still a concern. But as a quarterback, when you're able to do this and come from behind like that, what does that do for the team as a whole?
You know, when you get in the situation again, you can look at the guys in the huddle and say, hey, we've been there and we were able to win. So it's being in that situation, it's understanding what situation you're in. With everything going on right now, the injuries talk is huge, and the guys know in the huddle, you know, if you're a defensive lineman, that your guy that's usually behind you is not there. So everybody senses it to be able to go out and win a big game like this. And that was a tough place to go. Mississippi State's loud. They were into it. Their fans were there from their very first snap to the end. I think it was a really, really good win for this Alabama squad.
And one last question for you. When there's 25 seconds left on the clock, as a quarterback, are you looking at that play clock just sweating bullets thinking, oh my gosh, I've got 25 seconds to get this done, or do you kind of zone all that out?
You're clock aware and you practice it so many times. You've been in this situation before. It's really about maintaining your composure and executing. You want the other guy to make the mistake, and they did. The cornerback right there on Calvin, when he ran that slant, was way out of position. He was scared. He didn't want to get beat by Calvin. He ended up getting beat even worse. So you rely on your training and all the reps you've done during the spring and during the summer. They do it every week during practice, and that's when it becomes fun. When you go out there and you win a game in the 4th quarter. I mean, we do it when we're kids playing in the backyard. This is no different, except now you're in front of 100,000 people with millions watching on TV. It's a lot of fun.
Great call with JP Dub. Whoop.